The Hillywood show is back again, and this time they're weaving their magic with the magic man himself, Harry Potter. I got to sit down with the masterminds behind the show, Hilly and Hannah, to talk about the most recent outing. Thank you guys for sitting down with me today to talk everything about your Harry Potter Friday parody.
Thanks.
That's okay. Now, originally you weren't going to do a full-on Harry Potter parody, but that changed with the sketch when you released that. Mostly because it was funding issues that you weren't going to do it originally, but then the fans really stepped up. Were you originally surprised by the generosity of the fans?
Yes. It was very, very shocking. We put it up, and what had happened was I told Hillary, prepare yourself that maybe not a lot of people will, donate. Just prepare yourself. And she's like, okay, but I hope it works. So about 6 hours passed, and there was nothing. And she kind of was like, oh, no, Hannah, we can't get Voldemort. We can't get a snake. And I just calm down. It's okay. We'll work it out. And then, once one person donated, $10, then everybody just kind of threw a little bit here and there. And, by a day and a half, we had over and above. And I was just like, oh, thank you so much, guys.
Because
It's like, why do people want to, watch our stuff?
yeah, it shocks us that people are willing to donate to the Hillywood show.
Yeah.
But it's not just that they're donating for us; they're donating also to St. Jude.
Yeah.
So I was really excited about that because I was like, well, at least we don't keep all of it; we give it to a good.
Well, I mean,
cause,
it's all for all of us because we give it, but then at the same time they're giving back.
Yeah.
So but it was amazing, and thank you to all those fans. Hope you liked Harry Potter.
Yeah. Well, considering you have over 1.6 million views, do you think that you've got some approval on that face?
I think so. Because we haven't really gotten any negativity, thankfully. We were really nervous when we released it because a lot of people don't like Friday the song and they don't like Rebecca Black. And I said, well, they just sit through it and listen to the lyrics. I think they'll understand. And so it was kind of a risk doing something so different than what we've done before.
But it's been really good feedback.
Yeah, it's been really fun to do something that different and that kind of edgy.
Yeah.
We're unsure of ourselves.
Yeah.
Unlike the past parodies, this time Hilly and Hannah chose to rewrite the lyrics to their backing track Friday. I was interested to know why they decided to do it differently this time around.
It was Hillary's idea to do it originally, and she told me the idea, and I absolutely hated it. I was like, what is this? Are you crazy? She's like, no, listen. Then I was like, skeptic face. So I was like, you have to give me better ideas. And then I was like, maybe this will work. And then
I literally had to beg her to do it. And then once she understood the idea, well, even after she understood, she was like, well, and I was like, no, really,
I didn't make that face.
And then she's like, okay, I understand. But it took a while.
Now, where did you find your backing singer? Because he was
Sammy
Paul. His link is on our website in supporters. And I Googled UK bloggers and UK singers for
days
3 weeks.
And days and days.
And then I emailed a couple people just asking, we're interested in your voice. We think it sounds a little bit like an accent or a little bit like Harry Potter. And he sounded the best to us with regards to his singing. And then we started doing Skype calls with him, and we did these little casting auditions via Skype with another person as well. So it came down to 2. But then in the end, Sammy got it, and he was really thrilled and really excited.
Such a nice guy.
And so we did voice practicing back and forth over Skype all the way. We were so detailed to where we had to tell him exactly how to fluctuate his voice, for part 2 or what else?
Die.
Yeah, and then it's sad. You had to sound sad and to understand. I go, listen, Sammy, I'm gonna be acting to it, and if there's no emotion in your voice, I'm flailing my body around saying sad, it's not gonna read. And he totally understood. He was the best guy to work with.
Yeah.
He was such a trooper.
Yeah, we had to tell him scene by scene what we were doing, and then he was like, oh, like that. Okay, I'm starting to see it. And so then when he saw it, it was so weird, like seeing the thing play out with my voice and how what you guys had told me. He goes, it was weird. He goes, but it was good. So yeah, check out Sammy, everybody.
It's Deathly Hallows, got to destroy a whole place. Everybody's looking forward to the movie part 2.
But now with the actual Harry Potter films, there is an immense amount of special effects. Now I know you guys don't have like millions of dollars in green screens and CGI.
That'd be awesome.
That would be awesome, but I mean, you did pretty well without it. Now I know that from the behind the scenes video, your flying sidecar trick was pretty awesome. I mean, it was just like pretty much a box and some smoke. Was there anything else that similar to that you did that, you know, it made it look like the film, but it actually was just, you know, something in a backyard or something?
For Polyjuice, that was in not our house.
That was
in our house. That was something in our friend's house. But when you walk in, everyone's just like, okay, where are we filming? Where's like the sound stage? Where's the set? And all of a sudden it's just like house and kitchen, and then you take a corner and all of a sudden it's like Harry Potter's like living room. It's amazing.
It was really weird.
And it's funny because people are like, this is kind of weird. How did they do this? And then when they see it, they're like, this is how you guys do it? It's just like a room with like wallpaper, like tacked to the wall. And you guys are okay with this? And it's like, no, but it looks great on camera. We always look for like just dimensions of rooms.
Something that we know will work. And then when we know editing is a big, big part of it. So yeah, I would have to say probably the Polyjuice. It did look really good, but like I mean, there was like a wall missing, so we had to shoot it a certain
Hollow.
way.
That was shot in the same exact area.
Was cool.
Except
actually, that was really
Hollow
awesome.
was facing another direction, but it was in the same.
It was
exact
in the
room.
same exact room.
Oh, okay.
Just different setup and stuff. So yeah.
The snow scene, that was actually really fantastic. And when I saw the behind the scenes, I'm like, really?
I know.
I know, it was so big, and it was like beep. Like one small section, I was like, oh, it cuts off there.
It's just like in a hangar, an airplane hangar.
It was in an airplane hangar, yeah. Hey, at least it had a swamp cooler. We didn't die in there, which was very nice. So
now, Voldemort's makeup was fantastic. Like you see a lot of parodies on YouTube, and you see Voldemort, you know, makeup, and you're just like, nah. But yours was actually really fantastic. Like, how long did it take for him to get his makeup on?
Well, we didn't do the makeup. Katie did it.
She's a makeup artist.
Yeah, I think her link's also on my website.
Yes.
Yep.
And she took
4 hours.
4 hours.
4 hours, yeah. So it took her a while.
Yeah.
It was really hard. The makeup was amazing right after he got done with it. And then once we started acting and progressing in our scenes, it was really hard to keep everything glued to his face. Really hard.
Because it was glued like on the inside of his lips.
Yeah, in here and like
wow.
cheekbones. And of course we're shooting in Vegas, and it was like 100 degrees, and like so it was like 95 that night. And so he's just like a hot, and
he's a guy too. Guys are always more hot.
Yeah,
they're like, it's hot, and I'm like, oh,
he has like that huge cloak.
Yeah,
on.
the huge cloak. I'm like, this is not helping.
So, it was really cute though, because he's a Christian, and we were filming, you know, little dance scenes, and he had to sit there the whole time we were shooting the dance scene. Because there's nowhere for it to go. Sorry, you have to wait, Clay. So he's sitting down and in like the corner on the table.
It looked really funny.
Dressed as Voldemort, holding the Bible and reading it. And it just looked really like weird because I was like, Lord Voldemort is a Christian? It's funny. You're like tagging me up.
It was really funny.
Now for some puzzle tone.
Now, what was your most difficult scene to film?
The most difficult? Oh boy.
Wow, you got good questions.
We had a really hard time destroying the Horcrux with her. With Vaughn going like this. That took a really long time. And it wasn't like because Hannah's bad at acting or anything. It was just it looked really wimpy. It didn't look powerful. And it took me a really long time to understand what to do with the camera to cheat.
Oh,
because
okay.
I'm not a
Angles.
guy.
No, but even if a guy were to do it, like I had Caleb do it, and it still looked wimpy. It for some reason it didn't look like lots of force.
I
And
don't
so
know.
I later figured out I need to tilt the
And
camera.
then I have to like, she's like, well, do it this way. And I wouldn't be able just to chop it. It was like a certain way to like angle your body, lean forward and back. And I was like, this is not how you use it, but whatever. That took a long time. You're right.
It did. That's what I'm thinking. So I'm
Hold
like,
on, there was
what else
something
was
else.
really hard?
You and Andrew wouldn't stop laughing.
No, but that wasn't hard. That was just fun. What was like hard? Running through the forest was hard.
That was hard.
That was hard.
Well, at least you guys could run.
Yeah.
I had like giant shoes on because I wore those
Yeah.
shoes. And I got huge blisters. I mean, they don't look bad, but they're the type that they take off your skin. So anytime you touch them, it's like fire. So I'm serious. I couldn't even wear regular shoes. Nothing could touch them. So I had these giant Ugg boots. I mean, I think you could maybe tell for like one small scene where I'm running, but I like had to run, but it was like a trudge of like giant shoes, and they were just like taking off, and I'm just like the like little fat Ron can't keep up.